spirituality actually saved my life and saved my mental health. You want to do the most because you want to be the victim. You're not a victim, you're the villain. When you make mistakes at a young age and you don't know no better, nobody cares that you didn't know. Say within the last few years, a lot of people haven't been able to get a reaction out of me. You should have caught me when I was 21. I take accountability for what I did know, for what I didn't know, and what I allowed, just to get that out of the way. For all the accountability warriors, I deserve an award for that, actually. I cut people off in 2020, and it took me 4 years for me to say, oh, I actually missed that person. Wow. This microphone is not even on. I'm finally doing it. I'm finally getting out of my shell and starting this podcast. So hi, welcome to Unearthed Pod. That has a nice ring to it. I love it. This is like so big for me because I just feel like God's just been telling me, like, girl, you need to get out and speak more, like, and I totally agree. Like, I'm way too smart and I've gone through so many things and learned so many things and gained so much wisdom and knowledge for me to be so quiet. Like, it's really time for me to get on my Cat Williams shit. Like, not even joking. Decided to keep the podcast on my personal channel because this is a part of me and I didn't want to have to make another page because I actually need something on my YouTube that is more than just vlogs, because vlogs are literally oversaturating YouTube. So it's like, if nobody knows you, if nobody knows anything else about you other than your vlogs, it's like really hard to build a platform. So I needed something else other than vlogs on my page, which is why I kept it on one. But enough of that. Go ahead and subscribe, catch up on a vlog or two, and I hope you guys enjoy what I'm bringing to the table. So yeah. Okay, so the lighting may be different because I turned on my vanity light. But anyway, what has been going on in my life? I'm a 25-year-old Black African-American female. And the main thing that has been circling in my brain is like dating. So I've been single for a very long time. I don't even think I've ever really been in a real relationship. Like, my last relationship that was actually a relationship was high school. And then I've had like flames or flings or situationships after that, but nothing really real to where we were actually like working on growth together and like ascending together. That's what I feel like a relationship is, when you with somebody and y'all are actually working to become better versions. Like, y'all are literally growing together, growing in love, growing in y'all's career. Like, y'all are literally helping each other. That's what I feel like a relationship is. And like, I've had a situation that pretty much like changed the trajectory of my life, but he hated me, so it wasn't really a relationship. Like, we was together, but we wasn't together. Like, that's why I'm gonna call it a situationship. But it changed the trajectory of my life for sure, and it definitely like pushed me into a place of like wanting to be better, like really wanting to go from girl to woman. Like, that's what that relationship did for me. That was at like 21 though. I'm 25, so that was 4 years ago. I've indeed been single and abstaining from sex since then. Not only because that relationship was really hard, but mainly because I just grew so much and I gained so much wisdom from isolating myself and like gaining closure, because he wasn't gonna give me closure. Like, gaining closure from what actually happened, getting to the root cause of everything. Okay, so I've definitely been single, isolated, and abstaining from sex since then. I did F up, I'm not even finna cap, in 2022. I did, but we're not finna take away my hard work from those 2 years before and those 2 years after, okay? But yeah, there's a lot of dark feminine creators on my page, on my Instagram. I mean, not my Instagram, my TikTok. There's a lot of dark feminine creators like Sure7. Who's another one? I think her name is Brilly World, something like that. I don't follow them, but I feel like my TikTok know like who I am, what I'm about. Like, my TikTok knows so much about me. So they just be bringing stuff down that really be helping me throughout my life. Like, really be helping me. Like, if they take TikTok away, I'm really gonna be a YouTube girly, because the visual aspect, these videos from creators really be helping me and giving me insight. But basically, they've just been teaching me like men are incapable of loving how a woman can love. So I've learned that man is not gonna love you unless he respects you. Men don't love things that they don't respect. So instead of looking for like that fairy tale, fantasy, imagery type of love, it's really best just to find a man that respects you, and if you're lucky, grow in love. Because the way Sure Stuff would be talking, she be talking like love is just like bliss, like just forget about it, like it's not gonna happen. And I think she be doing that because she just wants women that are like super emotional to know like it's never gonna be what you think it's gonna be. It may be something like that, but not exactly how you want it, and I respect that. But I have been deconstructing that fairy tale, get swept off my feet type of vibe, because I was talking to this guy and like he did literally everything that they said a man would do. And I'm like, oh my God, like this really stinks. And considering that I'm off the dating scene and I'm like sold to myself, it's like they're right. Like I have no other choice but to listen to them. Like I'm not actually getting the experience for myself. I'm actually getting insight from them. And then like I'll go out here, talk to somebody talk to me, and I see what they're talking about. So it's like I'm gonna have to just suck it up and listen to what they're saying. It's either listen to what they're saying or go out here and experience it. But either way, I'm gaining insight either way, whether it's from them or whether it's from the actual experience. But I was telling myself, like, I am truly a lover girl. Like, I'm truly a lover girl. Like, I'm not dumb or naive, but I do find myself in situations of healing a lot or detaching. Like, regardless of how I come off, the inner me is literally fighting. Like, literally fighting. Like, literally, like, I just want to be in a relationship. Like, I'm truly a lover girl. But I know I can come off like that, you know, and I feel like the way that I come off, it actually benefits me a lot, because regardless of how I feel, it's all about my actions. It's all about what I act on, what I react to, whatever. That's down pat, but the actual inside, I don't even know. I don't even know if that's how it's supposed to be. Like, I know the most important part is the action and the reaction. I got that down pat. I'm not doing anything crazy. But I just be thinking, like, what about what I actually feel? Like, is that valid? Like, am I supposed to feel that way? Or am I supposed to be, like, literally changing how I think and how I feel about dating and relationships overall? Like, am I ever going to get to that point? Like, I don't know. It's a lot. But anyway, there's a lot of dark feminine creators on my timeline on TikTok. And they just been teaching me to deconstruct the fantasies of surrounding relationships and surrounding love. Like, if a man has more masculine energy, then it will make sense if they are like not as in tune with their emotions as a woman. Like, there should be a balance, but that's actually very rare for a man to have a balance between feminine energy and masculine energy. Usually a man is gonna have way more masculine energy than feminine energy. But that's becoming rare too, because a lot of these men be sassy. Let's be real. A lot of these men be sassy. Yeah. Dating is actually very, very complicated, especially when you're beautiful and intelligent and you have morals. That's when it becomes complicated, because it's like you're just not taking anything that come your way. You're not a lover girl to the point where you're just gonna fall. Like, you're just gonna fall. And that's another thing. They say you're not supposed to fall in love. You're supposed to grow in love. I seen Erykah Badu say that, and I seen Sure Seven say that. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I like that. That makes sense. So they're like, if you fall, and then you got to get back up. And you're not supposed to never lose yourself in nothing. Not in your career, not in your college degree, not in a man, not in a relationship, nothing. You're supposed to be standing still, firm, cemented, as a queen should. And that makes sense. But it's like literally destructing everything that I've ever known. Like, I feel like I'm gonna be single till I'm 30, which actually makes sense, because I was literally telling myself, like, okay, let me say this. Basically, there's a lot of things that I feel like I couldn't focus on because I was in love at 21. And I feel like that relationship or situationship was so bad and so hard for me to get over. It took away from a lot. Because even considering the fact that my hands are already in so many things, like working 2 jobs, going to school, paying bills, adult responsibility, trying to cater to my artistic abilities, and love, and growing in God and all that, there was no room for anything to be bad. And so for the relationship to be bad, it's brought everything crumbling down. It brought everything crumbling down. And as a Black woman, or just for me in general, like, there's no stopping. Like, there's no such thing as stopping, taking a break, taking a breather. Like, you have to always keep going. The bills keep coming in. I'm getting older. There's nobody taking care of me but me. Every man for themselves. There's no time to stop. You know what I'm saying? So honestly, looking back on the situation, I definitely needed to just chill and just like let somebody take care of me. Like, literally just chill and just be in my feminine energy and just let things flow. But I didn't have that privilege. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't have that privilege of stopping myself from working or only focusing on my mental health. Like, I had a little bit, but I still had to go to work. I still had to do what I had to do, still going to school, all while deconstructing everything I've ever known. My brain is now fully developed now, but just going through so much spiritual ascension and deconstructing of my mental state, my emotion, everything I've ever known, literally, and just trying to make myself better. You know what I'm saying? Like, that take a lot of energy. It take a lot of energy. And so now that I'm 25, I've been looking back on my early 20s like, oh my gosh, I wasn't able to really complete anything. And granted, I take full accountability. I take accountability for what I did know, for what I didn't know, and what I allowed. Just to get that out of the way. For all the accountability warriors, I take full accountability. But that doesn't take away from other people who need to take their accountability too. So with that being said, like, I literally forgot what I was thinking. Looking back on my life and like looking back on my early 20s and thinking like, wow, I wasn't able to really get anything accomplished, and then starting all of these things, never finishing them, getting tired and just throwing my hands up and saying, I'm tired of this, I'm done, putting myself behind the starting line, like way behind the starting line, starting over and over and over so many times, and being 25 now and finally seeing the bigger picture, like, oh, okay, this is why this happened, this is why that happened, this is why you couldn't get to where you wanted to be. I always had my hand in so many pots. I was always doing so much, bro. I never really had time to just sit and chill, like, literally. And it kind of sucks, especially because in this day and age, if you ain't got a platform, if you ain't got $1 million, if you ain't got the nigga, if you ain't got the car, if you ain't got the house by 21, 22, 23, it's like, girl, what you been doing? And that's another thing, like, I've been doing the work that can't nobody see. I am so, yeah, I be doing the work that can't nobody see. Like, the only way you gonna know is if you talk to me, which is probably why I'm up here talking now. But the only way you gonna know about anything is if I'm sitting up here talking to you. If you look at my life, if you look at what I've accomplished, if you look at anything material, it's really not gonna be there. Not right now. But if you actually sit and talk to me, you're gonna think like, oh my gosh, like, this motherfucker smart as hell. Like, she got so much. And the value within myself is way grander than anything outside of myself, right? But we live in America, so the materials, the degree, the car, the house, the money, the platform, whatever, it's still taken into effect, because not everybody's gonna talk to me, not everybody's gonna have an energy exchange with me, not everybody's even gonna see me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely working on the outer part of it, because I've done the inner work. Like, I've literally done all the inner work there is to do. I am in this house bored as crap because because of the decisions that I've made to get me here, like, materialistically, or like in the 3D. Like, my 3D decisions have led me to the life that I'm living now, which is very, very boring. I can't do much. I'm stuck. Like, I'm just here. And the only thing I can really do is work on myself, right? But that's been 4 years of work. Like, I've been working on myself so much. That's all I can do is work on myself and work on God. So it actually is really, really hard just trying to keep my head up, because when you make mistakes at a young age and you don't know no better, nobody cares about that. Nobody cares that you didn't know. Nobody cares that you didn't know. And even though you didn't know, like, you literally have to take accountability for any and everything that you've played a part in. That is something that not everybody can do, and that's something that I've done. That's something that I've taught myself to do, which is great. I deserve an award for that, actually. But at the end of the day, people only care about what they can see. Like, people only care about what they can see, what you got going on, da da da. And we working on that. We working on that for sure. But I don't know. I feel like for anybody out there that's doing the inner work, I am advocating for you, boo. Like, I don't care what you got going on in your life. If you can sit down and you can face the darkness and the madness inside of yourself, you can sit in the dark room and you can call on God and focus your attention on God and yourself and your bloodline and your lineage and everything about you. Kudos to you, because it's not an easy thing to do, but a lot of people should actually start doing it, because that is where the real reward is. That is the real reward, because when it comes to spirituality, people think it's like all crystals and love and light and all that, and it's not. Spirituality just really, really, really helps you maintain your mental state. Like, in the beginning, it can be like, oh my God, I'm like crashing out. But in actuality, the more that you connect with yourself and connect with God and the universe and all of that, you get to gain a better understanding of everything. And that's actually very, very beneficial. It's very, very beneficial. Spirituality actually saved my life and saved my mental health. All spirituality is awareness. It's self-awareness. It's awareness of your surroundings. It's awareness of your intuition. It's awareness of God. It's awareness of everything. Like, that is what spirituality is for me. I can't speak for nobody else. But yeah, a lot of people should definitely look into spirituality. Not only, don't look into like control nobody, or I don't know nothing about that other side. But definitely look into spirituality if you want to spiritually ascend, and if you actually want to become a way better person. Because spirituality helped me control my emotions. It helped me become aware of my emotions. It helped me become aware of my triggers. And it helped me learn how to not react. And also being aware at someone that's trying to make me react to something, you know? It's actually pretty funny seeing people like trying to get me to react to stuff, because it's like, no. And the thing about me is I go based off of vibes. Like, somebody may get a reaction, but most of the time you're probably not going to get a reaction. It depends on you, depends on the situation, the person, and where I am in my life and my mental state at that time. Because even though you are self-aware, it doesn't mean that you're perfect. It doesn't mean that you always have the willpower to just let somebody like do whatever, you know? So it really depends on the situation. I would say within the last few years, a lot of people haven't been able to get a reaction out of me. You should have caught me when I was 21. A lot of people haven't been able to get a reaction out of me, because it's like, why? Like, I know the truth and you know the truth, but you want to do the most because you want to be the victim. You're not a victim, you're the villain. And I don't care about being painted as a villain in people's story, because I literally hold the truth right here in my chest. I know what's up, and I stand firm in holding the truth, which is why my name is Unearthed. Literally, like, the truth literally is all right here, all within me. You know what I'm saying? And people gotta learn to stop playing with me. Like, it really be too late for people when they learn, like, okay, damn. And I've been thinking, like, maybe I've been giving people the benefit of the doubt, but they don't look at it as that. They look at it as, oh, I can keep getting away with this. But it's like, I'm actually being very graceful. Like, I'm actually giving you the benefit of the doubt to get your shit together. This is not time for you to keep playing, because I'm far from dumb. I don't know what, I don't know why being kind and sweet and graceful is associated with naivety. I'm not naive. I'm not dumb. I just love, like, love. I just literally love and light. Literally, like, I I'm by myself 24/7. So my energy is very high vibrational. I want to bring that to other people. I want to be around other people that's high vibrational too. But it gets taken advantage of so much. And I was finna say, like, I can give people the benefit of the doubt, but I already do that. And I don't want to never like change the atmosphere. And like, if somebody's like, let's say somebody's like playing in my face or whatever, I never want to change the atmosphere to, you need to stop doing that, or coming off aggressive, or because I don't like the way it make them feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like the way that they face be, they be looking like, oh, okay. It's like, ugh, like the whole vibe just changed. Like, just vibe, like just chill anyway. Like, just be a good person. Like, I give out such good energy. I don't understand anything outside of that. I genuinely don't understand anything outside of that. And it's like, bro, be for real. Like, I don't know. But yeah, it be too late for people because they've been undid too much to the point where it's like, this is on purpose. Like, you've literally showed me who you are as a person, and now I don't like you. And now I want to be detached from you. Like, literally depart, leave me alone. There's nothing for us to ever talk about. Bye. You know what I'm saying? And I be seeing people react to me just leaving them alone. I be seeing people react to just all type of stuff. And I just be like, well, you should have done right by me. Like, I'm such a great person. Like, I literally wake up with an agenda of being a great person, like all day, like every day. Like I don't wake up wanting to shit on nobody's day or shit on nobody's energy. If I got bad energy, I'm gonna stay away, actually. And if I'm in an energy of like just negativity, I'm usually pretty real, and I'm usually gonna apologize. Like, look, this and this going on, really not trying to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just very authentic. And I really do crave that from other people, but other people are like incapable of that. I don't know if it's something that I can do or if it's something that God has to do. Like I said, I do be in my house majority of the time. Your girl is working on getting a new car, so considering that I work from home and I have like no friends, no boyfriend, like I'm in the house literally 24/7. But moving forward, I do want to work on setting boundaries better, because even though I see what's going on and I see how people act and all of that, maybe I can like insert boundaries when I first see it happen, because people don't be bad people just be people, you know. And even though I don't really truly understand it, even though I truly don't understand anything outside of being a decent person, maybe I can try to understand. It's just so different and so hard for me, because it's like, just be a good person. I don't understand anything outside of that. But I will try, when I do get some more friends, I will try to insert boundaries and just let people know, like, hey, I'm not one to play with. Hey, that don't work for me. Hey, this, hey, that. Having those quote unquote hard conversations. But I gotta be honest, once somebody changes the trajectory of how I think about them in my mind, it's really no coming back from that. Like, I don't even want you around me. But it is, let's say somebody didn't play to my face or whatever, and let's say instead of me cutting them off, I just be like, yeah, this and this rubbed me the wrong way, da da da. It takes me some time to be okay again. Like, men, if I decided to just be like, hey, I'm just step back from the friendship and, you know, just take some time to think, it's gonna take a lot of time. That's another thing. Like, the best bet is for me to cut them off, because it's gonna take a lot of time for me to just be cool with you again, be cool by being around you again. Like, it is going to take a lot of time. I mean, months, maybe years. I would cut people off in 2020, and it took me 4 years for me to say, oh, I actually miss that person. It takes years for me to just want to accept somebody again after they done showed me their ass. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I do think I can start implementing boundaries early on when I first see it, just to avoid. And I also need to keep in mind that people are people. Everybody's not me. Not everybody is waking up trying to be a good person. Not everybody is aware, self-aware. You know what I mean? Not everybody like that. So I can give people the benefit of the doubt in that aspect, instead of letting people just like do whatever and then getting mad. Because it's not like they don't know what they be doing, because they definitely know what they be doing. But maybe I should stick around for people's character development, because that's another thing. Like, I be saying I don't have the capacity to stick around for people's character development or people learning. People should already know, da da da. But there was a time where I didn't know. There was a time where I was probably more of an asshole than I am today. There was a time where my tone of voice wasn't always right, but I never went out my way to play in nobody's face. That's for sure. I never went out my way to play in nobody's face. But I'm not gonna talk myself out of it. I'm gonna do better. Y'all got my word. I'm gonna do better, because it is lonely. It can get very lonely, in which being alone does not bother me. But you know, you be wanting somebody to talk to. You be wanting some homegirls. Like, you be wanting that. Wow. This microphone is not even on. This microphone is not even on. Well, regardless of that, we basically at the end. I think I gave you guys 30 minutes of me yapping. I think that's pretty good for my first episode of my podcast. The name of it is Unearthed Pod. I mean, I didn't want to make another page or anything like that, but the way I be yapping, I don't know. I might have to change. I might have to give it another name or something like that. But thank you so much for tuning into my first episode. I hope I kept you guys company a little bit. Follow me on Instagram at UNearthED, because that's where I'm at if I'm not on YouTube. Also follow me on TikTok at UNearthED, because I'm gonna be over there putting up small clips. I really need to chef my TikTok up, you know, do a little thing, you know, show my face a little bit more. So I'm definitely be over there as well. I hope I provided some sort of insight or entertainment. Again, I don't have no real purpose for this for this podcast, other than getting my butt up here and talking about what I think. And yeah, just literally a yapper. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next episode. Bye.